Hello, my name is Cameron Book, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my role in the EMS system and how I can provide help safely using this system. There are 4 steps in the EMS system. Those steps are: recognize that the emergency exists, decide to act, activate the EMS system, and give care until professional help takes over. The steps to recognize the emergency are: know what is usual, predictable, and expected from your surroundings, but accept that anything can happen at any time. And I'll give you a story here in a little bit about my personal experience that was actually very, very scary from my part. I was not expecting it at all. Next step is just to be observant of your surroundings. If somebody does get hurt and you decide to do something and help them, you have to make sure you're not putting yourself in any danger, or more danger than what is happening around you at the time. You have to recognize the unusual, unpredictable, and unexpected. And the unexpected from my personal experience, happened about 3 years ago. I was over at my grandpa's house, just hanging out, family, just hanging out, nothing too serious. It was just me and my brother. And my grandpa's in the kitchen making food, and next thing I know I hear a thud and see him on the floor, just expecting that he slipped and fell, nothing too serious. But next thing I know, he is not responsive. He's holding his chest when he hit the ground, so I knew that he was suffering from a stroke. I was hoping he suffered from a stroke. I didn't hope he just dropped dead on me. So I decided that it was my best interest to start performing CPR. I had my brother run down the hall, grab a phone, and call 911 to his house, because as much as I'm trained in CPR, I'm still not a trained professional by any means, so I would like to get paramedics on the scene as fast as possible. So I had my brother call 911 and have an ambulance out to his house as fast as they could, and they were there within 5 minutes, I believe, something like that. Time kind of ran a little fast because my adrenaline was pumping. But once I recognized the emergency, I took action, and the biggest barrier that I had to overcome, or the biggest barrier that you have to overcome when you're trying to act, is honestly panic or fear. I was panicking, was sweating, I didn't really know what was going on, I was kind of freaking out. I kind of had an idea of what his condition was. I wasn't sure of 100% of what was happening, but I was pretty positive he was having a stroke. I did not really assume anybody else could take action because I was the only one at the house with my brother, and my brother is not trained by any means. I was not really concerned with the whole being sued from CPR, because you can crack ribs when you're preparing CPR, and I wasn't too concerned about that, or I would hope my grandpa wouldn't press charges against me for trying to help. And then the being unsure of when to call 911, I freaked out and had my brother call immediately, and that ended up helping my grandpa in the long run because it saved him from longer lasting effects. The biggest thing for me now is just being confident in myself and my abilities, and being confident with my knowledge and what I already know from being CPR certified. I believe now I can help anybody in any situation, and that I feel comfortable with, of course, and that's not going to put myself in any other danger. But I do believe that when called upon, I can prepare myself and be eligible to help a stroke victim or any other non-murderous scenes that I could be helped to. Really, the steps that in order, the steps that in the EMS system are as follows: recognize the problem, call the emergency medical dispatcher, wait for EMTs to come to the scene, and then have the EMTs take them to the medical professionals at the hospital. But it's a pretty obvious sign that, yeah, I'm no doctor, I'm still in college, I'm just here to do what I can to help benefit the people around me, and if a warning sign or any disaster does come about, I will be there to help if needed, And for the serious like stroke and seizures and stuff like that, I just make sure that the surroundings are safe, take action, and what I need to do. Most likely it's going to be CPR to keep them breathing and blood flowing and such. But the main thing is just be confident in my abilities and follow with the EMS system and just check surroundings and make sure that everything is safe before I take action. I hope that I got my point and how I can perform CPR safely or perform help safely by clearing the area, taking action, making sure that 911 is called if necessary, which is not necessary in all cases, but majority of serious cases 911 will be needed, and to continue my services until professional help does arrive, until they can get them to a hospital where they get the care that they need. I hope that I covered all the topics and you learned something from my video. Thank you. Have a great day.